Okay.
All right, so we are live, and I'll quickly go to the YouTube channel, get the link to then send it across. Just a minute. Oh no. Right, I've just sent the link to you on WhatsApp, so you can then push to your audience and then push to your WhatsApp status and all. Also broadcasting across our groups.
Okay, cool.
If you're just joining the session, you're welcome. All you basically have to do is click the share icon on your screen, get the link, and then share it across on your status and mutual groups. If you're just joining the session, welcome. We will kick in off very soon. Let's quickly do some publicity. All right, okay, I've seen what you sent. Cool. Uh, just a minute. All right, once again, if you're just joining the session, basically click the share icon, get the link to this live stream, and then share it with your audience. And we'll be going live soon. We're quickly doing some publicity to ensure that everybody is part of this and nobody misses out. So you can post on your Facebook, your mutual groups, and all to ensure that no one is left out. So quickly publicizing, and we'll be going live in a bit.
Okay, we have 6 views, 6 live comments. We got from Amarachi. Hello, Amarachi. Hello, Samuel. Hello, Passion and Liberi. Adewale, nice to be part of this class. Yeah, me too. I too. Then
Yeah,
Dafton Media.
welcome.
Hello, guys. So I guess we about to get started. Welcome, keep inviting you guys.
Yeah, so,
We've got Emeka. Hi, how
yeah,
you doing?
yeah, we'll be starting at exactly 5 minutes. So let's give the guys a little bit more time to come in. So in exactly
Okay,
4 minutes
cool.
right now, this is 8:36. So 8:40, we are
36.
going. Yeah. If you're just coming in, welcome once again. Click the share icon and you'll get the link to this live stream. Basically, then share it to your audience.
Hello, Best. Welcome. Yinka, hello. Udo, hi. Welcome, guys.
You're welcome, everyone. Welcome. If you're just coming in, as usual, click the share icon, get the link to this live stream, and then share it with your audience so everyone is part of this. We have an amazing topic to discuss today, and we have an amazing guest. So, in exactly 4 minutes, we are going to be kicking off with enough knowledge dishing.
Hello, Daniel. Good evening.
I think next time we'll just have like a kind of background music added so it to spice it up a
Yeah.
bit.
Well, I can play one.
All right. If you do have one, you can actually add that. Let's
Well,
spice it
it's do you like Hindi music? तेरे
up. No
में है
Hindi.
बानिया बानिया के थी.
We don't no Hindi music,
Ripple
please.
Collection, good evening. I hope you have some SRP you want to give to me. Helena Tanko, good evening. How you doing? Passion 40, good evening, boss. Marvel, oh, well, thanks, man, thanks. Good evening, boss. Samuel Ava, sir, we need blues. Oh, man, they said we need blues.
All right, I think you can just get started and everyone is going to join in. So, good evening, everyone, and welcome to this weekly session, weekly educational series at GIDA, where we try to dish out crypto knowledge, crypto education, and things related to tech. We try to simplify it. As always, our goal and motive at GIDA is simplifying crypto and blockchain knowledge and education. So, on today's session, we have a very, very interesting topic to discuss. A lot of persons have been hearing about IDOs, IEOs, IWOs, and all the rest of that, but it all seems confusing. So, in today's session, we decided to pick out this topic and make you understand what it really is. Let's explore it, and we are going to know how are we going to make money from it. From understanding what it is, we are even going to practicalize one of the upcoming IWOs that is coming up in Bitkeep wallet, so you can know how to participate. But most importantly, before you engage in stuff like that, you need to have enough knowledge. So we have as our guest today Mr. Marvelous Akbere, also known as Yoma Marvel. He's an editor at Crypto TV Plus and also works with Enaton. So we have as our guest today a very, very interesting speaker, and we shall have him do very great justice to this topic. So if you're just joining the session, you're welcome once again. And as usual, to ensure that the message reaches everyone, ensure you click the share icon, get the link, and then you push it out to your status and other mutual groups to ensure that everybody is participating in this. And as always, ensure you like this live stream, like the video, and also subscribe to the channel if you've not subscribed. If you are a new person just coming to across this channel today, ensure you hit the subscribe button and also ensure you like this video. So we shall ask give our guest Mr. Marvel an opportunity to introduce himself proper, and let's get to know him. So Mr. Marvel, over to you, sir.
All right, thank you very much, Kelvin. Thank you. I appreciate, man, for having me here tonight. Thank you very much. I appreciate you. And to every one of you guys watching out there, I thank you for having me here and being able to be instrumental to your growth in crypto industry, into crypto markets, right? And one of the things we'd say is within my circle is that the knowledge you have will be determinant of how far you go in this industry. But firstly, let me introduce myself. My name is Marvelous Akbere, but some folks know me as Yuma Marvel. And if you check me across social platforms, you see my name as Yuma Marvel on Twitter, on Facebook. Okay, I've not used Instagram for a long time. On LinkedIn, I got my official name, Yuma Marvelous Akbere. So I've worked with several crypto projects and businesses. Currently, I'm the editor at Crypto TV Plus, and also the operations officer and one of the co-founders of Enathon, a crypto e-learning platform. I hope you've heard of it. Yeah, sure, you definitely should have heard of it. But if you're not, you can check us out, Enathon and Crypto TV Plus. Now, Crypto TV Plus is a media company, crypto media company. And what we're doing is we give up news reports, interviews, analysis, market analysis, and all these other things you need to make your journey in crypto smooth and to make a lot of money, right? So Kevin knows me a lot in my job, in my work with at Crypto TV Plus, and I hope he also has made a lot of money from what we do over there at Crypto TV Plus. So thank you for having me, and thank you for bringing me to talk on such an important and really, really key topic to the growth of people, of individuals in this crypto market. So over to you, Calvin, unless you want me to get started right away.
Awesome. We thank you very much for that brief and quick introduction. Our people are saying you're kind of fast, so you should kind of slow it down so they can catch up with you. All right, Mr. Marvel spoke well. So if you are just joining the call once again, ensure you click the share icon, get the link and push it out, and ensure you like this video and subscribe to the channel if you haven't. So basically, before Mr. Marvel goes into the business for the day, as always, we would like to know our audience that are watching this call live. All right, so if you are in this live stream and you are a newbie, do type in the chat section, in the comment section, type "I am a newbie." And if you are an intermediate, or say you've got some knowledge about what we are doing here, type in "I am an intermediate." Or if you're a pro, you can type "I am a pro." So we'd like to know everyone, so our guests will then streamline what he's saying and ensure that everybody can easily follow up. So if you are a newbie watching this live stream, simply type "I am a newbie." If you are an intermediate, simply type "I am an intermediate." And if you are a professional, you already understand majority of the things we are discussing, simply type "I am a professional." I am a pro. Okay, I can see the comments coming in. Some others says he's a newbie. Udo says he's a newbie. Okay, you can see the newbies dropping. Awesome, awesome. All right, I can see everybody's comments coming in. All right, I can see the newbies are more, and we have the intermediates with us as well. So the newbies and the intermediates are right here. Awesome, awesome. So it's good to meet you all once again. And so, Mr. Marvel, we best know how to, filter in to ensure that the newbies are carried along from the scratch and see that they all understand what are IEOs, what are IDOs, and basically how to get started aside understanding it and how to make money from it. So, Mr. Marvel, over to you.
Okay, thank you very much, and I'll try as much as possible to not speak fast. I'm sorry, guys, but I'm really a fast speaker, but I try to bring everything make it slow. So I'm gonna get started right away, and today the topic is IWO, IDO, and IEO. What are they, and how to make money from them? So how do you make money from them? Firstly, um, so when the purpose of a thing is not an abuse is inevitable. So for you to actually get something for something, you need to know what it is, right? Basically, just have a basic knowledge of the thing. So we have IWO, IDO, IEO. Now these may sound strange to a lot of people out there, but for crypto natives, it's not really strange. And why? Because they are they're unique, right? They mean something really, really strong, and that has given a lot of people money, right? But for those, we seem to have a lot of beginners here and a lot of newbies, and we'll have some intermediates here. So I just want to go back to the beginning. I want to go back to the book of Genesis, right? Let's go move from Genesis before we get to Revelation. Of course, we can't get to Revelation today because we live in an industry, or we are in an industry that is ever expanding, ever growing. So I'm going to go from Genesis. I'm going to knock at chapter 1, and we're going to get the ball rolling. So IWO,
Interesting.
IDO. Hello, Kelvin, can you hear me?
Yeah, sure, we can.
Okay, I think I'm beginning to be faster again, so I'm going to slow down a bit.
Slow it
Right.
down.
So
Yeah.
right. So IEO, IWO, IDO, they have one thing similar, and that is they help people to raise money, and they also help people to make money, right? And they are basically called token sales. That's what they are. That's what they are. But let's go back to the book of Genesis, right? Now, many years ago, in primary school. I didn't know how to read. It was in secondary school. Secondary school, and I pick up my dad's newspaper, and I'll be seeing details of shares in financial market, basically like what we have in coin market cap today. You see those analysis there, and I've been wondering what is this? What are these things, right? Okay, someone say British uncle. I'm sorry, sisters, I'm going to be really slow. Um, since I'm going to apologize a lot in this meeting. Anyways, um, I looked at these newspapers with company filings. You see names of companies. You see their trading volume per 24 hours. You see their market share. You see their security, their market capitalization, and all those stuff. Right? Basically, what you see on CoinMarketCap.com today or CoinGecko.com. I see these things in newspapers, and I kind of wonder what are these things, right? Then as I grew up, I started listening to in my home in Delta. We have DRTV, Data Broadcasting Television, and we'll see an advertisement of shares, right? These companies, especially banks, those time, Bank PHB, Bank Oceanic Bank, and a lot of other banks that have gone down. They have, should I say, they rocked us, right? So those banks, they have all gone now, right? But these banks, they advertise shares. They ask us to come and buy shares, right? And well, not for me, 'cause obviously I had no money then. I was in secondary school, but they keep making this advertisement, offering their shares for sale to the public, to people to come and buy, to come and subscribe. Right? I don't really understand the whole thing about this whole thing, but I knew that people were to buy shares. Of course, my parents bought shares, and when I still look at the dividends, the last time it came, it was there's nothing to write home about it. But they bought shares, right? They bought shares, and how what these companies did was they did IPOs, initial public offering. And what are IPOs? IPOs are fundraising mechanisms for public companies that want to go public. Meaning these companies want to raise capital from the public, right? So they issue shares to the public, and the public buys from these shares. So the company holds on to these shares. What the investors, which is my parents and your parents, they bought these shares and they held on to it. They issued share certificates, right? And the companies, they got the money, so they use those money to do whatever they wanted to do, right? And why my parents head on to shares. Now, if these companies make profits, what they do is they distribute part of the profits to the shareholders. Of course, my parents were one of the shareholders, so this is how they operate, right? This is how they do. But I won't really go into the intricacies of all those of how they do this. So, but one of the first things they do is, because I want to relate these things to what we see in the crypto market today, right? One of the things they do is that they before they raise this money from the public, from my parents bought their shares, these companies will issue what is known as prospectus. The prospectus is basically a document like what we have as a white paper or pitch deck today, outlining the whole detailing the whole activity around the shares and how people were able to buy into the shares, and basically the whole package of the company, basically to sell the company, to make people know that this thing has prospect, right? This thing has prospect, and people will be able to buy into the shares, right? So my parents bought, and I believe your parents bought too, and a lot of other people bought, and most of these companies today they have rocked us, meaning they're dead and they're not
The blood
existing.
of who?
Yeah, they rock pulled us. Yeah, they rock pulled us. So not me. They rock pulled me indirectly, because I know if my parents gave me those money then to buy video games, I probably would have built a metaverse game now. But it's all good. It's all good. It's all good. So
Interesting.
this is what
So
this
from
is
what we
what
understand, it's basically a crowdfunding kind of mechanism.
Yes, crowdfunding, but with strict policies regulated by the government, by the Security and Exchange Commission.
Hmm, interesting.
Yes, it's legal. It's supported by the government, by laws of the Federal Republic of Nigeria or wherever country the companies will be raising their funds from. So it's government supported, right? Let me just use that word, government supported. So now, this was how companies was raising money in the past, right, from the public. And coming back to crypto, I believe crypto people looked at this and, okay, somebody said IGO, right, initial Ginakev offering. Smart guy, someone, good guy. Okay, right, so the crypto people looked at the Most probably they looked at IPOs and saw how they can bring that same thing into crypto, and ICO was birthed. ICO means initial coin offering. Now, ICO is one of the ways companies raise money from the public in 2000, in the like 2015, 16, 17, and even 18. Companies, crypto projects were able to raise money from the public and do what they want to do. Now, this is crowdfunding, so they raise money from the public, and at that time we saw a lot of projects, a lot of companies raising millions of dollars, and one company raised 4 billion dollars. That's EOS. They raised $4 billion. Wow, that was really huge money, huge amount of money. Imagine raising $4 billion in ICO. But so ICO is basically uh, crypto project, please, not any other companies. Crypto companies coming out issuing their cryptocurrency to the public. So you as an investor, you look through the white paper, which is kind of like the white paper in a pitch deck, which is kind of similar to what prospectus was in IPO, and you analyze these things. You answer, you research, you fundamentally, you check the fundamentals and see if these things really make sense to for you to put your money. Of course, back in the days in IPOs, companies, individual investors were making their due diligence, running check if the fundamentals are right to push those projects or to push those coins. Sorry, to make them the business make profit and give them revenue in terms of dividends. Right, so it's the same thing with crypto. People look at these coins and these projects and evaluate them and to see if it's really if it has prospects. Of course, there are a lot of scams even till now, but you as a newbie, you don't want to put your money in a um, in a leaking purse, right? You don't if your pocket has holes, you don't want to put your money inside, right? It behooves you to use common sense, not to put your money in a pocket that has holes. So it's basically what crypto investors were doing with ICOs, right? They analyze this project and see if there are really sound fundamentals that will push this project. And they do this by checking out the team behind the project, the idea around the project. Because for right now, I don't think anybody wants to put their money in any project that says they want to build a swimming pool in where will I say? Now, where will I say? Okay. Uh, okay. Well, I'll probably come up with something later, but imagine someone that wants to build something that doesn't make sense. Okay, for example, now someone says he wants to start building, manufacturing electric vehicles in Nigeria, and is aiming to make 100 million sales in the next 1 year. Okay, in the next 2 years. I mean, it sounds really, really strange because, come on, electric vehicles, we've not solved power problems and electric vehicles. So we know that's not really going to work out, right? So investors look at these things and they put their money. So this is ICO, right? This is ICO, right? And so it's basically these companies issuing their shares directly to the public, to you and I, right? Crowdfunding. They releasing their tokens to the public, to you, to me, to you, and we pay money. Right now, there are ways they did this back in the days. You can either they could create a smart contract that pre-programmed with certain parameters. That if you set a certain amount of ether, because Ethereum was the platform then for for ICOs. You send your token, your ether or your USDT to a wallet, to address, right? And they will send back automatically to send back the numbers of tokens you want to buy, or they set up a platform owned by themselves, operated by themselves. Yeah, you can buy these tokens by sending your ether or your USDT or your fiat, and you get the numbers of tokens you're buying. So this is why it was working back in the days, right? So that's basically what ICO means. A lot of people made money from ICOs, a lot of people lost money too, and a lot of people never came back, right? So that's basically ICOs, right? So
That's just like the way people lost money in IPOs.
yeah, the way my parents lost money in IPOs, yeah, and a lot of other parents too, right? In some IPOs, like today we don't see PHB. Oceanic Bank is nowhere to be found. Okay, they branded to they merged with EcoBank and now they're EcoBank, and some other companies, right? They are gone. They all pulled us our appearance. So that's
Interesting.
that's basically ICOs, right? Then we come to IDOs, okay, no, IEOs. Now, when the buzz, crypto has one of the things we talk about at Crypto TV Plus is we follow the trends, right? And you look at the market and what's really happening. What are the trends, right? What are the trends now? After the ICO buzz, people started losing its lure. People started became it became less lucrative for people, so they had to do a lot of innovation around the crowdfunding systems. And for one of the problems ICO project ICO was having there for people raising funds was because SEC started coming for them. So people came up with STOs. Why? Because ICO is not protected, it's not secure by the government. But remember, I said IPOs are legal, means they have backing of the Security Commission, right? SEC. They had backing of the
Yes.
SEC, Security and Exchange Commission, right? And for ICOs, there's no SEC protection. If you lose your money is gone forever. You're not coming back. It's not coming back, right? So but that's one of the problems. So STOs came up, and STO was security token offering. It never caught. That was to appeal to regulators that we can actually have a legal framework for raising funds from the public, but it never caught on. Never caught on. So with the whole ICO buzz going down, people came up with an innovation which is IEO, meaning initial exchange offering. And the exchange that pioneered that made this popular was Binance. Right, and what Binance IEO basically means initial exchange offering. So which means instead of ICOs where projects are selling directly to the public, right? IEOs are hosted on exchanges where the exchange will be the middleman facilitating the token sale between the projects and users, right? That so you go there and you depending on how the platform the exchange works, they have their own rules. So for Binance, you get a lottery ticket, right, to participate. So you go to the exchange on Binance or any other exchange that's supposed IEO, and you buy from them, right? Of course, IEOs made a lot of money for people. Okay, someone said, can you give an example of ICOs? Okay, EOS is an example. They raised $4 billion, right? They raised
I think
$4 billion.
Ethereum itself had an
Yeah,
ICO.
Ethereum itself is also an ICO. I've forgotten how much they raised. I think about $15 million. So I can't really get the exact figure. Right? Ethereum is also an ICO. Binance is also an ICO. They did an ICO. Right. So a lot of projects did ICOs. Right. So as I was saying, so talking about IEOs now. So you go there on the platform, you buy the token, and the exchange you distribute the tokens to your wallets, right? So that was how ICO was. A lot of people made money, and yeah, it's centralized. It's centralized. Now ICOs was decentralized to an extent, was a mix of both centralized and decentralized. Then IEOs came on, and it's a centralized thing, right? It's centralized because these are centralized platforms handling these things. They're not different from the IPOs, right? They're not different from the IPOs. So while IEOs are still on and on and on and on and on, of course, the all craze around decentralized applications came up with DeFi. Decentralized finance becoming a big thing. And if you appreciate of decentralization, how do you want to make people access capital, raise capital from centralized services, or from make centralized people, investors, retail investors, or how do you ensure the public are able to access buy into projects, invest in projects through a decentralized system? So that's the basis for IDOs. So IDOs means initial debt offering, right? So basically, for IDOs, you it's a decentralized platform where you, as an investor, you go there and you're able to either stake your crypto, You stake a basic, yeah, stake your crypto. I don't know any other word to use. You stake your crypto and you buy the assets. You stake your supported crypto you want to use to buy. Most platforms use Ether. They use BNB. Um, of course, Ether is where the whole is the cradle of innovation in the industry. So you go there, you stake your Ether or your BNB or whatever token you want to use, or the platform supports, and you buy this token. Okay, I have a
Interesting.
friend. Yeah. So you buy this token and um, you own it. It comes to you, right? It comes to you. It comes to you. And one of the interesting things about these IDOs is that on these platforms, once you buy, very shortly after, these projects get listed on listed on exchanges, and it gets to trade, right? Like a platform like Poker Starter, once the sale is completed, very shortly the token starts trading on decentralized platforms like Uniswap or 1inch. They start trading immediately, and this is one advantage IDO have over ICO, because on ICOs these tokens can be left a very long time before they start trading,
Mm.
right?
That
You
till
can
the
be left a
project
very
decides to list. They can sell today, sell you the list whenever they like.
Yes, yes, because you can't control them, you can't control them. But for IDOs, this things happens on decentralized systems, right? And you can check, or you can read through the whole package for the project. You can read through, right? For platforms like Pink Sale, you instantly, once the sale is completed, the sale can quickly go, since it's pancake swap, sorry, pink sale is based on ether, sorry, on BSC, right, Binance Smart Chain. So once the sale is completed, you can quickly go and trade on pancake swap. So it really makes trading easy. It makes the whole package faster, right? On ICOs, you can raise funds from the public, and you need to even spend money to list on platform on centralized exchanges, because the centralized exchanges were not a thing at the time, right? They were not a thing at the time. So that's really the difference. Okay, so I think I've talked about
Yeah.
IPOs, which you have started from. Talked about ICOs as to introduce the whole IDO concept. Okay,
You
IEO
talked
means
about
initial
you talked
exchange
about
offering.
STO.
Okay, I talked about STOs as a way to want to bring legality into the ICO crowdfunding space. Then from there, we got into IEO, initial exchange offering, then IDOs. All right. So in basically in what we're looking at today, the one I've not talked about is IWO, right? IWO, and IWO simply means initial exchange offering. Initial exchange sorry, initial wallet offering. Right, I keep saying initial exchange offering, right? Initial wallet offering, right? So now, there's kind of like a similarity between the IEOs and IWOs, right? Because IEOs are initial exchange offering, so the whole activity, crowdfunding activity, happens on the exchange. The wallet, the whole activity happens on the wallet, right? And I think one of the recent projects that did an IWO was Bitkeep, if I'm right, right?
Yeah, that's correct.
Yeah, Bitkeep. They did an IWO. So it basically fundraising, basically token sale, but this time it is happening on the wallet. It's happening on the wallet, right? It's happening on the wallet. Now there's something called in strong hand offering, SHO. SHO. Any platform can decide to utilize SHO. So it's basically for strongholders of a token, right? Probably if I have a wallet now, and I can run an IWO and SHO, right? Based on an SHO. So obviously, if my wallet has a token, so I can look at ensuring that only people that are strongholders will participate in the IWO that's going to be hosted through my exchange. So basically, you buying, investing in projects, investing, buying tokens through a wallet. That's basically what IWO means, initial wallet offering. So the whole deal is ICOs, STOs, um, IDOs, IEOs, IWOs. These things they just have one name, and that is token sale. Token sale. That's what it means. That's what it means. Okay, so I see some questions. So please, I'm going to take up the questions after we
Yeah,
round up.
we have a section
After we
for
round up,
questions.
right? So basically, this is how this whole thing works, and I believe I've been able to give you a good background into this token sale, this token sale format. They are the same thing. They are the same thing. They just have different packages around them, right? You've got the IPOs, raising funds from the public by by companies that want to be publicly traded. Then we have and it's backed by the law and regulated by Security and Exchange Commission. Um, in any country, like in Nigeria, our own is SEC. In the US, it's still SEC, Security and Exchange Commission, right? And the we have the ICOs, not backed by anybody, backed by it's basically crowdfunding. We have STOs, as IWOs, IDOs, IEOs, and all the many I and dash O's.
There are
Okay, just
so much.
yeah, too
Strong hands
much.
up and the rest of them.
I just saw a project, and we're publishing the article on our platform on very soon, probably tomorrow. They call their own IKO, initial community, communitas offering, right? So the project is communitas. So they own its
Wow.
initial communitas offering. So we see a lot of different iteration. Don't confuse your brain. They just mean one thing, and that is token sale.
There is one more in one of the sessions they had. That's IGO, initial game offering.
Okay, yeah, yes, there is initial game offering. So initial game offering now is tilting towards games. Now, in IDO is tilted towards decentralized applications, but an IGO is tilting towards GameFi, play to earn, initial game offering. Now, very soon we'll see IMO, sorry, probably that will be initial metaverse offering. Yeah, all right.
I
So
remember you
then,
mentioned something like initial marriage offering.
okay, yes, I remember initial manager offering, and that's for the single guys out there. If you are single and you're watching me, we can transform your marriage for you. We'll call it initial marriage offering, right? Okay. Then there's a project I saw some last year, and it's an education project, and what they called there was initial IKO, initial knowledge offering, right? Initial knowledge offering. Now, basically, the funding for educational project. It's a nice model which I looked at exploring myself. I've written a white paper around it, right? I've written a white paper around it. Then there's IFO, initial fund offering. I think you can see that on PancakeSwap. So these things that they just have one name, and that is to raise money, token sale, token sale. So this is like the first part of what we want to talk about today. This is the first part of what we want to talk about today, right? And the second
That's
part
awesome.
is here.
That's
Is here.
awesome. Thank you. Let's pause a bit and see if they are following.
Okay.
All right. So, guys, Mr. Marvel has mentioned the lots from IPOs to ICOs, STOs to IEOs to IWO, IDO. I know it must be quite a mouthful. It must be one of too many things to take. But the only thing is you have to come back and watch this clip. As always, after the session, ensure you come back and rewatch the clip. A lot of things may actually seem confusing right now as there are too much information at the time. But when you come back to rewatch this clip, you are definitely going to be able to catch it up. But from what he has explained, I believe you all have been following. So I want you to, if you've been following, simply type in the comment section, right on. All these basically refers to token sales and ways of generating fund. So if you've been following Mr. Marvel up until this time, simply type in the comment section with right on. If you've been following what Mr. Marvel has explained and you've gotten the core concept, which is that these things refers to a way to actually raise fund and get crowdfunding, simply type in the comment section with right on. And as always, if you've not liked this video, ensure you like this live stream as it's going on, and whenever you watch the clip, If you come back to watch this clip and you want to see the comment section, you may not see it in the normal comments. You have to click on the live chat option at the top. I keep reminding about that. Awesome, awesome. I can see everybody saying right on. It shows that Mr. Marvel, it shows that they are following you, and what you are saying is really, they are really understanding. The right ons are still coming in. Awesome, awesome. All right. So before Mr. Marvel goes to the second section of that, is how can you then participate in these IDOs? What are the things that you can do to get you fixed in, say for instance in an IWO or IDO or IEO? What do you want to do? But before you answer that, I want you to, kind of talk about the risks. Are there risks in these things? What are the risks that are involved in them? And then for you to better pick out a better platform, or pick out a better IDO from the list. Or I know there are thousands of people trying to raise funds. Scammers are there, legitimate people are there, a lot of persons are there trying to raise fund. So what are the things you should look out for, and how can you filter them? And also, are there any risk involved in these token sale or fund generation mechanisms? Yeah.
Yeah, thanks, Kevin. Thanks. Well, I see a lot of questions up there. I see a lot of questions there, but I'm going to answer you guys, okay? Um, After this. Now, of course, the risk, because nothing is certain, nothing is absolute, right? And the risk is part of what I wanted to speak up in the second part, but let me drop it here. Now,
Okay.
I mentioned that my parents participated in some IPOs, and I think the last dividend check I saw, uh, it's not enough for me to buy biscuits,
Oh my
right?
God.
Yeah, it's not enough for me to buy biscuits. So, of course, they were robbed. And of course, there are still some other investments that really turned out to be really good, right? So that was a risk. And at that time, there was a crazy rush on investing in stocks, right? There was a crazy rush. Probably those investments I saw, I mean, the dividends I got were from my parents buying at the top, right? They were buying at the top, and yeah, that was them buying at the top on those stocks. But others were productive. They were productive, and coming to crypto, um, there's risk, and let nobody tell you otherwise. There's risk. Now, I mentioned a lot of things you're going to look at, and as I mentioned, these are things I want to talk about in the second part. But let me just tell you, there's high probability you will lose your money, right? And it's
Hmm.
also high probability that you're going to get stinkingly rich. But it all depends on the asset you want to invest in and what you are holding, right? It all
Interesting.
depends on that. And the kind of information you have will determine how much money you're able to make, how much loss you can, how much loss, the loss per se, okay, the kind of loss you will make, because nobody makes all of them. I was in a group where somebody was trading on futures, and they lost $1 million. Yeah, $1 million, man. In naira, that's over 560 million naira. Somebody lost it, right? Somebody lost it, and of course, he won't kill himself. And I was told of another guy, a foreigner. He lost $5 million trading futures. He's not going to kill himself. For him to trade with $5 million in futures, it means he has a lot of money somewhere. So yeah, so there's a lot of risk, right? And for you to be able to identify this risk and guide yourself are the kind of things I want to explore in our second part. Now, I can't be listing them one by one, because they are really much. But I want to lead you through something, through a journey that will help you identify this risk and being able to protect yourself. Now, I mentioned one earlier, like, if imagine me, forget about what you heard in the speech that I know a lot of things to crypto. Just forget all that aside. Okay, forget all that aside. Now, imagine me coming. Of course, most of you here are Nigerians, so imagine me coming and telling you that I want to start building electric vehicles in Nigeria, right? And I want to start from okay, where's the boss? I want to start from one of the most remote villages in the country. I want to start from there, and I'm looking at hitting a million vehicles in 2 to 3 years. Right? If I ask you to come and invest in me, and what are you going to think? How are you going to say? You answer that question when we come back to part two. So please, Kelvin, if you permit me, let me answer some of these questions here. I mean, some people are losing, got some things wrong. Please permit me, Kelvin.
All right. Let him. He can take. You can take that before we
Okay, so
proceed.
please, if I don't answer your question, please post them on the comment section. I have two devices here that I can pick up. So, Ripple collection, you said you mean IDO is centralized? No, IDO is not centralized. IDO initial DEX offering, that DEX stands for decentralization. It's decentralization, so it's not centralized. So no, probably I talked about IPA instead of IDO, or you heard me wrongly. So IDO is not centralized. So you said, how can we, Mayowa, how can we differentiate between ICOs and IDOs? Okay, ICOs means initial coin offering. It's basically the project selling directly to the public. ICOs are not a thing now. They've been phased off, right? What we have now, IDOs, IGOs, and IEOs, right? Then IWOs. Right. So what IDOs? They run on platforms, on decentralized platforms. Most launch pads, right? ICOs are not on launch pads. IDOs are on launch pads, right? And projects, the kind of money people project raise on IDOs are okay. On trading, ICOs take longer time to trade. IDOs take faster time to trade. And please remember, ICOs are no longer a thing. IDOs are kind of like what is on now, right? But they probably may soon be going out. We'll see new innovation, innovation around the crowdfunding, but it's still a thing, right? Then um, Ripple collection, but IDO is not listed on exchange. Please, IDO is not a coin. IDO is just a crowdfunding system, right? It's not platform. I mean, projects that list on that raise funds through IDOs, right? Like most of your DeFi projects, they raise funds through IDOs on IDO platforms. They get listed on decentralized exchanges like Uniswap, like PancakeSwap, like Bakery Swap, like the YDX. Okay, let's not go to the YDX. Like 1inch, right?
Yeah. If you've been using PancakeSwap, you must see where they talk about something like there's initial farm offering, stuff like that. It's just to raise fund on the platform.
on the
PancakeSwap is a
platform.
decentralized exchange as you use. So that's platform, that's PancakeSwap being the decentralized platform. They are giving opportunity to many crypto projects to come onto the platform and raise money. So if you are coming to raise money on PancakeSwap, which is a decentralized platform, that is IDO. And if you're coming to raise money on Binance, which is a centralized platform, that is IEO. That is, I think, a practical way to understand it. Yeah, so proceed.
Okay, then someone said, I don't really get the details about IW. IW means initial wallet offering. Projects are raising funds from an exchange. Sorry, from a wallet, right? They are selling coins to through a wallet, right? Now, a wallet like Trust Wallet may try to host that. Though Trust Wallet is decentralized, but then I don't know how they want to go about it, but they can really run it. Then a product like the Muna app, they can also run something like that. I believe you guys know about Muna, right? They can also
Yep,
do
we
something.
had Henry last week, and he
Okay, of
mentioned Muna
course,
will be
yeah.
having an IDO.
Okay, right. So even on Muna, you can also run an IWO because it's a wallet. Okay, they have a wallet, right? There are a lot of it's basically token sale on the wallet. That's what it means. That's what it means. IEO is basically token sale on an exchange. IWO token sale on a wallet. I guess it is. And somebody said buying a little due to lack of knowledge. I think I'm gonna find this person. Matthew, I'm gonna find you, please. Hey, take it easy, man. All right. So I think this is just about it. So I urge you to direct us your can read footage about it all. It's really actually, well, there are a lot of information spread across the internet, but I think Kevin has some packages you guys can go through and you learn about them, right? Young Vix,
Yeah, and as
Young Nick
always,
Victor.
after the session, come back and watch the video. You understand it better. You know, this is basically an exposition. So at first, it may seem bulky, but when you come back to rewatch the video clip, you will get more insights. That's a very good way to do it. Yeah.
All right, thanks, thank you. So, Victor, you're a pro. Thank you, man. I think you'll be our guest next time. Okay, cool. Now, Emmanuel, is there a relationship between IDOs, IEOs, and IWs and coin pre-sales? Yeah, IDOs, IEOs, IWs, they are all tokens. So they're just a way for projects to raise money. The same thing as pre-sales, right? Same thing as pre-sales, but pre-sale is different from IEOs, IWOs, and IDOs. Why? Because pre-sale, as the word means pre. It means before. Now, IDOs, IEOs, IWOs, ICOs, these are crowdfunding. Crowd, it means the public, everybody's trooping in. Everybody's trooping in, right? I will ask you guys to read about gas war. Let me type it in on the comment section on YouTube. Gas war on Ethereum. Right. Gas war on Ethereum, right? So read about gas war. Now, for gas war is I think when you read about gas war, you tend to understand. Now, if 100 people are trying to pass one door, I believe some of you guys are still students, you're in school. After the close of class, you probably want to go home and you want to run. Everybody wants to go out. Everyone wants to go out, right? Or probably you had there's something happening now, and everybody wants to go out. So everybody will be trying to force their way through one door, right? And it's going to be really hard for everybody to pass through at the same time. So there'll be like a push and pull, a push and pull. So that's basically what was happening during the ICO time. Projects that showed promise. A lot of people wants to run in and buy this coin. So as they try to buy, Ethereum gas fee will be going up. Sometimes you want to buy a coin for $1,000 and your gas fee will be crazy high, right? It will be really high. Pardon me for my choice of word crazy. It will be really high. So that was a gas war. I think you should read up about it, and it's really going to help you, right? But not all ideas are legit, of course. Not all ideas are legit. But please, if I'm going to answer your questions now, guys, I really will not get into the second part. So let's go to the second part.
I think
And
most of the questions would then be in the second part. They will definitely be
yeah,
answered after you spoke on that.
all right. Yeah, sure.
So
Thanks, man.
let's
Thanks.
go on.
Okay,
Let's
so
shoot.
we've talked about we made an introduction into the various token say systems, and yeah, you know how you can probably run your way around it. Okay, I didn't mention pre-sale. Now, pre-sale means a token sale before the public, so it's kind of like restricted for a few people, right, that are whitelisted. So I know you've heard of whitelisting. So basically restricted for only few people to come in and buy. These people, they buy cheap and they buy in bulk, right? While if the public are buying, if the max buy for public at like $500, if the pre-sale people, they can be buying for $2,000. I mean, they'll be buying in bulk, but in cheaper, right? In cheaper amount. So that's basically. So let me go to the second part. Wow. Oh, Calvin, I thought this was going to be really shorter, but I think 1 hour is almost done. Of course, that's not a problem. Let's go on. Um, so I think I've rounded up the first part. So the second part, and it's going to answer the questions of security, of how people to avoid scams, how they should avoid losing their money, and basically the risk about it. So I want to look at me as a person. I have a background in finance. And I've taken some other courses so as to widen my knowledge of a lot of subjects. I'm a fan of I love science, especially space science, right? And I love music, but some weird type of music, not one particular genre, but any music that makes you want to travel to another place. Those are the kind of music I like. So this is me as a person. This is me as an individual, right? I also love coding, but I've never coded. I think the only thing I've coded was a website using HTML and CSS, right? So this is me as a person. Now I come to you and I tell you that now I want to start building an electric vehicle. In electric vehicle like what Tesla is, Elon Musk is building Tesla in Nigeria. I want to start from one village I've never heard of in my entire life. And I'm telling you, I'm looking at making a million cars, electric vehicles in 2 to 3 years. I come to me as an investor. Please answer this question through the comment section. I come to meet you as an investor and I ask you to invest. Will you invest?
This is an interesting question. I want to see everybody's response. Would you invest if you notice that this is the kind of person he is, and with such dream or such kind of vision, this is what he wants to do? Would you invest in this if visited with such an idea? Type your answer in the comment section.
Repo collection, you will snub me.
As I said, it's not.
So,
I want everybody to engage in this. Are you going to invest or not? Let's see the bias of the people. Everybody's
okay,
running away.
we got the response now. For response. Anyways, yeah, I get the whole gist. I get the whole gist. You not invest. I will not invest in myself. Are the truth. I will not invest because it's a stupid idea, right? It's a stupid idea. Um, because you look at the country. We don't have power. We don't have lights. I mean, electricity. There's no electricity, right? No light. So do you want to be carrying a better pass my neighbor generator in your boots, right? And be charging your car while you are driving? Of course not, right? So you drive to a place and the power runs out and you be calling people to come and push you. Now imagine you drive and you get and the battery you exhaust the battery in one remote place and you look right and left, a bush there everywhere, right? And so it's not going to work because it's a stupid idea, right? Though workable is a stupid idea because looking at the environment you are, right? So as an investor, you will not want to invest. So already your mind has told you that this idea will not work. While you look at your environment, there's no power, electricity, right? And security is also a challenge. Now, the idea of security comes because of no power. But if you're not able to charge your vehicle in places where you have fuel stations today, right, it means your vehicle can stop in a dangerous place and you could be robbed, or any bad thing could happen, right? Then you look at the roads we have today. So there are a lot of things you want to consider, and also you as an investor, because that's you as a probably look coming from as someone who wants to own this vehicle, right? Then you as an investor that wants dividends, do you think you'll be getting dividends from your investment within a short time? Of course not. No. Then you look at the regulatory system, right? Because for those kind of thing to want to work, for those kind of thing, for that kind of a thing to work, there has to be some level of legislative changes, right? And you look at the appeal. Um, Vehicles using petrol are what is everywhere, right? And what is everywhere? Engines using petrol, what is everywhere? So you want to bring electric vehicle? Come on, of course you know you will make money. So you look at this, and what you just did in your mind is what is basically called fundamental analysis. It's what is called fundamental analysis. You analyze this thing and see if it makes sense, right? Analyze it and see if it makes sense. Then you look at me as a person, and I come to meet you. Another scenario, please. I come to meet you, and with my background in finance, and I told you I love space science, and I tell you that I want to build and manage by myself a specialist hospital for brain surgery, and I ask you to invest. Will you want to invest? Now, You start thinking. So this guy have a background? Does he have a background in medicine? No. Has he shown interest in medicine? No. Has he been look you look, does he have a license? No. So you look at this thing, and you rate my person that I'm not capable. So which means if you invest your money will be lost, right? Okay, somebody said so an electric car shut down and 10 million bridge towed by and be put by Tovan. Too bad, right? So you ask yourself these questions, right? You ask yourself these questions. This person that wants to do this thing, or this team that wants to do this thing, are they capable? Can they execute this thing? Do they have prior prior experience to do these things, to do this thing they want to do? If yes, okay, go. That's a positive tick. If no, that's a negative tick, a bad tick, right? Then apart from the tech, or what they want to do, the people that want to do it, they look at the market. Now, coming back to electric vehicles, is there a market in Nigeria? You think I want to buy an electric vehicle in Nigeria? I'm so sure you don't want to buy an electric vehicle in Nigeria. You're not expected to buy an electric vehicle in Nigeria in the next 1 year or the next 2 years. Looking at the progression of the country, I'm not sure. Unless there's some miraculous breakthrough, I'm not sure that's going to work, right? So these are things you want to look at. Okay, right.
The
So these are
fundamental analysis.
Yeah, these are fundamentals you want to look at and ask yourself if you want to you'll be able to invest in money. Then you look at the amount of money these people wants to raise. The amount of money these people wants to raise. Now, if I say, by the way, I love farming, just so you know, and once upon a time, I read snails, and what did I read again? Rabbits, and I plant cassava and maize. Yeah, I'm a good farmer. So but I come to you and I tell you that I want to open 5 fish ponds that the yearly capacity of those of the ponds would be 5 million fish, right? And I tell you that I want to raise $1 million. And what's going to be your response? This guy not serious. Why? Because the money is too much. For 5 million fish per year, you want $1 million. Of course, it's too much. So you know that this person may likely run with your money. So these are some of the things you want to look at in a project, and in any project, whether they are raising money as through an exchange IEO, through a wallet IWO, through a decentralized uh, crowdfunding platform like Pinsay, Poker Starter, all the other launch pads, IDOs or IGOs. These are questions you want to ask yourself and answer and see if they actually hold prospect. So I think I've really done some good justice around this subject. So if you, I'm going to hand over to Kelvin. So Kelvin, I'm going to hand over to you. So if you have any questions, so we'll just take those questions and we answer them right away. So thank you, Kelvin, for having me
All right.
tonight.
So, as Mr. Marvelous mentioned, the things to look out for are to ensure you do your due diligence. You try to see whether what these people are promising you are actually things that are reasonable. You're trying to see whether what these guys are promising, trying to achieve are things that are quite achievable as well. So you ensure you do your due diligence. And what are the risks? He has already mentioned the risks. You can lose your money once you don't do your due diligence and the fundamentals aspects very well. Now, the last thing that is remaining that I think he can just touch a bit on it is how do you participate? Say you have an IEO, IWO, stuff like that. How do you participate and how can you get started? So I think that's the only thing left to touch, and it will clear up a lot of person's questions.
Okay, great. So get started in any token sale. You need crypto to invest. You need money to invest. Then you need a wallet to keep your tokens. And depending on the blockchain your ideas is going to run on, you need a wallet. And the wallet that supports that token. For example, if your ID is going to be an Ethereum based token, you need a wallet that supports ERC20. That's the popular standard for Ethereum tokens. You need a wallet. I think Trust Wallet works for a lot of those. IM token also works, and Coin98 also work, and a lot of other wallets, decentralized wallets, they work for Binance. Of course, Trust Wallet also works. Trust Wallet works for almost all, right? And one of our partners for for Enatron lead wallet, you can also check them out. And so these are, you need the wallet, you need crypto, and after reviewing the assets, for example, now take IDO, initial Dex offering. If a platform wants to raise money there, like I mentioned, you need crypto, your own money to invest. You need a wallet, a decentralized wallet. Then you read their terms, the terms of participation, and once you comply with them, you basically just navigate to the site. And for some, you will have to stake to get allocation. You have to stake some amount of tokens for a period of time to get allocation. That's how they build value into their token, right? And once the tokens will start, you connect your wallet. If you have the allocation, you connect your wallet and you buy the token. So it's Web3, right? It's not a login with your password and username stuff. Now it's Web3. So you connect your wallet and you buy this token, and it will get to your wallet. Or when they are ready to distribute, you can go and claim your token, and you also go and trade there. Right. You should also know that your token can also be locked for a period if there's vesting schedule, right? So you'd only be able to claim certain parts of the token, or not be able to claim all, depending on the vesting schedule for the token. So that's basically how they work. For IGOs, initial game offering, it also works the same way. You you stake your token or you just go and buy directly. And depending on the minimum buy or the maximum buy, you go there, you put the amount, and you get your token and you move on. For IEOs, initial exchange offering, I'm going to use Binance as an example. Binance runs Launchpad, they run with a lottery system where you gain allocation based on the numbers of time you kind of like stake the BNB token, and you get the allocation, and you access through your launchpad. And if you have the tickets, you're able to buy the token, and um, you start making the money, or you start regretting why you bought it up in the first place. So that's basically how it works. Remember, I said you need your crypto, you need your crypto to invest. You need a wallet that supports the assets you want to buy. Connect to the you read the terms and conditions, so you don't start crying. Please don't start crying. And I remember someone, a newbie, um, this his the first money he got, he sent it. He wanted to buy. I wanted to move crypto, and he sent it to the wrong wallet. And there's something that happened during the ICO time. People were using the blockchain.info, which is now .com wallet, the Ethereum wallet, to be participating in ICOs. The problem was that they lost their money. Why? Because that wallet, the Ethereum wallet in the Ethereum wallet in blockchain.com don't doesn't support ERC20, right? So those people lost their money. So you should be careful for the kind of wallet you use. Please be careful. Be careful. If you lose your money, it's all gone. Your money will go vanishing, and there's nobody's gonna hold, right? It's nobody's gonna hold. So, Kevin, you want to say
Interesting.
something?
No, I'm saying that everybody just has to be very, very careful.
Yeah.
So we thank Mr. Marvel. These are very, very great insights on how you can get started. What he has just said right now is just the basic way it is. And I think for you all to fully understand this, I'm just going to share my screen and share an article. There is a Bitkeep launchpad coming up, a Bitkeep IWO coming up, and you are going to see through that article, and you're going to see that, what a lot of what Mr. Marvel has mentioned is just going to, show right there. So just a minute, and I will bring it up so you can see what I mean. All right, I believe you all can see my screen, right? If you can see my screen, please indicate in the comment section with "I can see your screen." If you can see my screen displaying the Bitkeep page, please indicate with "I can see your screen." So let's just give a quick overview of that in relation to what Mr. Marvel has mentioned. Can you all see
Hello,
my
Kevin. Sorry to cut you short, but this device I'm in now, the battery is about to die off, so I want to come on with another device. So I'm going to log
Oh,
off here
okay,
and
that's
come in again.
definitely I will be here. Can you all see my screen? If you can see my screen, please indicate with I can see your screen. So let's proceed with sharing this. All right, cool. I believe you all can see. Everybody can see the screen. Now, if you can see on this Bitkeep page, they have their first launchpad project coming up, and the project is called My Trade. That's MYT. If you've been following us for a while, around January, first week of January, Bitkeep had a test launchpad. That's their test IWO. Bitkeep is a wallet, a crypto wallet, just like Trust Wallet. So as Mr. Barry, as Mr. Marvel mentioned, most of these projects, when you talk of IWO, are done by wallets, and it's basically almost the same thing with IEOs and IDOs. IDOs are done on decentralized exchanges, while IEOs are done on exchanges directly. So these ones are done on wallets. So all you basically have to do for the Bitkeep Launchpad to get eligible, you just have to meet some of their criteria. For instance, the participating rules is that and the duration, it's on February 24th, 2022 at exactly 3 p.m. At exactly 3 p.m. UTC plus 8. February 24th is going to be on, that's next week. The launchpad is just some few days away. So what you have to do to participate in this, you should hold at least 50 BKB in your Bitkeep wallet. They'll take a snapshot on that 24th of everyone who has 50 BKB. Now, for the round, they have two cycles for this. They have two cycles. The first criteria is you should have 50 BKB, and then the second criteria is that they have like two parts of it. There is one that is guaranteed allocation, while the other one is random. Do you understand? So for this number two, they are giving a total quota of 40,000 USDT. What they want to raise for this is 40,000 USDT, and it's going to be. I'm going to highlight this so you can see what I'm talking about. So 40,000 USDT for total of 200 buyers. Just 200 people are only going to be able to get into this one. Just like Mr. Our guest here said, some are kind of lucky draws, while some are kind of first come first serve basis, and others are kind of guaranteed that you can get in. So they have like two criteria of it. So the first quota is $40,000, and it's just for 200 people, and it's on the first come first serve basis. And as he mentioned, you may have some vesting period. So like this one, yeah, you have 25% of the tokens that would be distributed immediately after the transaction is confirmed. So once you partake in the IWO, you're going to get 25% of the tokens immediately, while the remaining 75% will be released as on in 3 months. So that's 25% every month. You understand that 100% is made up of 25% four times, okay? So the first 25% is going to be released to you immediately. You partake of the token sale, and then the remaining 75% is going to be released every month. Same way you got 25% the first month. Second month, you're going to get 25. Third month, you get 25. And fourth month, you now get 25. That's the vesting period, just like Mr. Marvel has said. So some have vesting period, while others don't. But most of those that have vesting period, those are usually tokens that pump very well. So when they are keeping it for you, they're actually helping you to save money most times. So you're going to receive the since the snapshot is going to be on the 24th, and the IWO is going to be on February 24th. What you basically have to do is that, to participate in this, once you hold the 50 BKB and you are interested in the random quota to get into this 40,000 for 200 persons, you just have to, click. Well, we'll get to that. So you get 25% on the 24th of every month. You're going to get the remaining 25% for 3 months consecutively. Now, the other one, the total quota they are trying to raise is 56,000 USDT. Now, for this first one, the investment threshold is okay, I didn't say an investment threshold, but for the second one, which is the guaranteed allocation, for the second one, the investment threshold is $100 on Polygon Network and an upper limit of $3,000. So you can invest from as low as $100 to as high as $3,000 to participate in the IWO. So for the second one, this is the guaranteed allocation. So in case you want to invest so much in this IWO, say you have $5,000, All you basically have to do is target the two. So you have the the quota that is 40,000 for 200 persons. You can join in that one, but this is the guaranteed one. They are raising $56,000 with an investment threshold of $100 as the minimum and 3,000 as the maximum. Now, to do this, it is also very simple. Just ensure you are holding the amount in your wallet, and it must be Polygon, not ERC20. So you have to subscribe. After that, you get a share of the $56,000 according to the quota. And as usual, it's going to be 25% that is going to be released immediately. So they say users who manage to get some quota will get 25% of the tokens on the day of subscription, while the remaining 75%. So why the remaining 75%? Okay, Mr. Marvel, we have you back. So why the remaining 75% is going to be released in 3 months? That's 25% every month. So just like Mr. Marvel said, some, like I said earlier, you get it immediately, while others have vesting period, just like this first Bitkeep IWO that is going to hold. So if you want to get Bitkeep, join the Bitkeep community. They have giveaways and all that. Now, the token, that MYT, that my trade token, just like Mr. Marvel said here, it's always when you do it in an initial IDO model or IWO model, most times they start trading immediately. Not like the ICO model where you have to wait for days or ages, waiting for them to list it at their own interval. Why for the IWO, you can see that it's getting listed the same day. Understand? So MYT will be available to trade on my trade decks on at the end of February. So it's going to be listed this February, and tokens are going to start trading. So how to participate in this launchpad is simple. I believe you all have the Bitkeep app. All you basically have to do is navigate to the launchpad section, as you can see in the image right here. You can see the image right here. You navigate to the launchpad section, and right there, you're going to see the two active offers. When you go to your app, you're going to see them. So the first is the $40,000, 40,000 USDT, which they're trying to raise. And this one is is the lucky draw. Anybody can participate. First 200 is not a lucky draw, but for first come, first serve basis. While the second is raising $56,000. And this one is a guaranteed allocation. This is the guaranteed allocation, and it has a minimum of $100 and a maximum of what 1,000 of a maximum of $3,000. So the first is a flash sale, like I earlier said, which starts on by 3 o'clock on February 24th. So it's going to be $40,000 for a total of 200 buyers. A lot of persons are actually participating in this. So if you're interested in this, you have to ensure you are very, very fast for the first come, first serve basis. 25% is going to be given immediately, while 75% is going to be distributed 25% every month for the next 3 months. And for the flash sale, you are going to commit just $200. 200 is the maximum you can commit, and you are now going to receive 1,000 of those tokens. Why for the second, for the advanced sale, which is the second aspect of it, minimum of $100 and maximum of $300. So that is it for the Bitkeep launchpad. And to participate in this is very simple. All you basically have to do is visit the sections as mentioned in this video, and you're going to find them if you have the Bitkeep mobile app. If you don't understand the process, you just have to watch this video again, come over and watch this live clip, and you are just going to get insight on what you have to do. But I'll drop this article link in our Telegram group. If you are not in our Telegram group, click the description of this video. You're going to see the link to the Telegram group right there, and the link will be dropped there, so you can read up the article and get insight on the thing right there, so you can then participate. I'll drop the link to that article in the Telegram group. If you're not in the Telegram group again, click the description of this video and you'll see the link to the Telegram group and all our social media handles. So once again, we thank Mr. Marvel for coming, and I don't know, what are your final words, Mr. Okay, let's see if we have any questions. Let's just take 2 questions, and then Mr. Marvel will give us his final words. All right. Do you have any questions from all Mr. Marvel has mentioned so far for the past 1 hour, 22 minutes? If you've got any questions or anything so far you need some clarification on before we round up the session, do kindly type them in the comment section right now, and I'll then bring it up. So the first two questions that actually need an answer, we are now going to treat that before Mr. Marvel gives us his final words. And once again, ensure you like this video and subscribe to the channel in case this is your first time right here. So ensure you like the video. and subscribe. All right, somebody said, how do we make money from IDOs? You basically make money by at the IDO, they usually have a specific price. Let me just take that, then Marva will take the next question. So you make money from IDOs by buying at a lower price. You understand? By buying at a lower price, that's the price they give it at the ID. It's just like pre-sales, if you can look at it in that light. So you buy at a lower price and then they list at a higher price. So you get to make money. It's just like pre-sale. If you know what pre-sale is, that is almost what an IDO is. Okay. Somebody has a question. If you've got a question, please kindly type it and we'll treat that before we then wrap up. All right, I think everybody fully understands and the questions are not coming in. So Mr.
Yeah.
Marvel, can give us your final words.
Okay. I thought there'll be other questions. I'll be checking my phone. Well, anyways, the crypto market or the crypto industry, it's a strange land. It's funny land. It's a funny land, but it's filled with a lot of opportunities, a lot of opportunities, and anybody can. It's an environment. It's an industry where a son of nobody can become somebody, right? It has a lot of opportunities, and for me personally, I don't trade. I don't trade, and so but then I still make money. So the question will be, how do I make money, right? And like I mentioned, it's filled with a lot of opportunities, and the how far you're able to go, how much money you're able to make, it depends on the knowledge you have. And I'm really I'm grateful for Kelvin for this program to talk to people and make them and teach them because I mentioned that I have a background in finance and I love farming and I have interest in science, space science. But I'm also a teacher and I love teaching. I can teach non-stop for hours. And so I like telling people about what I know and see how they can make money. And or the other things, our time will not permit us to talk about them. And probably Kelvin is going to set up another time for us to talk about other things and other ways people can make money. So, but how far you're able to go in this industry and how much money you're able to make is dependent on the knowledge you have and the community you belong to, right? Right, you right now you have this you've gotten this information to be able to partake in an IDO, I mean IWO that is coming up soon, right? You've got two up there that you can participate, right? And so being part of the community helps you to grow faster and helps you to make money faster. Like I think Kevin, you made money from the articles you published, right? On the GameFi. I'm sure you did.
Sure,
I'm sure you
sure we
did.
did.
So yeah, so being part of the community helps you to grow faster and make the money you want to make. So if you're not part of if you're new in in crypto, join the GIDA community, right? Because you're gonna get a lot from there and also try to grow on your own, develop on your own because as much as the community will help you, you should help yourself, right? You should help yourself. Go out there, think, read about things, learn about stuff. We've got YouTube. I think you have a lot of videos here. You can learn a lot of things about things. Go on YouTube and on Twitter, on on Google. Search things, learn about things, and you're gonna be you're gonna go real fast, and you're gonna become the guru the others they call themselves the gods in crypto. You're gonna be like them, right? They didn't just wake up one day and they became like that. They learned and they spent time. They burnt the midnight candle or the midnight hour, and they became how they are today. So I'm challenging you to take up a responsibility and become who you're meant to be in crypto. Like I said, crypto is where a son of nobody can become somebody, right? It's a flat platform, right? It's flat. Nobody, you are your own problem. Nobody's your problem. The government is not your problem. As much as the CBN has there to blow to crypto, in Nigeria, the government is not your problem. You are your problem if you don't make progress in crypto. You don't make success. You are your problem, right? But try to overcome your challenges. Don't settle right? Don't be complacent. If you hit the target, don't be complacent. Keep on pushing, keep on pushing. I was speaking with Kevin that the hours I work daily, I work on at about 18 hours every day, and I do these things so that because I have a target, right? I have a target. For me, I told Kelvin just before we started this conversation, I want to retire early because I want to leave. I want to be able to fly to any country of my choice with my family. I'm a young guy, I'm not married, but see, I have a plan already. So I work my ass off. Sorry, I work really hard now so that I'll be able to live the kind of life I want to live, right? So I want you guys to take up the challenge, learn as much as you can learn, practice as much as you can practice, be part of communities, and you make a lot of money. And aside money,
Interesting.
you also grow in influence. So my name is Marvelous Akbere, and or AKA Yema Marvel. I'm a editor at Crypto TV Plus. You can check up on us or for top news on GameFi, Metaverse, or play, NFTs, what am I saying again? GameFi, NFTs, Metaverse, and all DeFi, and all the wonderful things, projects that are coming up daily in crypto that you can make your money off. Then also about Enathon. Enathon is an e-learning platform. It's basically a platform created to teach people about blockchain and cryptocurrency and making them earn money. So for you to learn about crypto, we're paying you money. That's the platform we've created, we've developed, and we have about our fifth course live. And yesterday we announced a partnership. I'm sure you saw it, Kelvin.
Yes, sure, I did.
Yeah, we announced a partnership with one play to earn platform, and we're going to be putting up their course. So you'll be able to learn about this game and earn their token. So this is me. This is Marvelous Akbare, and I'm grateful to you, Kevin, for bringing me on a platform to speak to people, to your people, and I believe my people also. So thank you very much,
Yeah.
and I appreciate.
I
I
really,
appreciate.
really appreciate your comment. I believe everybody that has that partook of this really gained knowledge and are very, very much appreciative. So you can actually once again you can follow Mr. Marvel on are you on Twitter? What's your active social media so they
Okay.
can actually follow you up?
Okay,
Are you on Twitter?
I'm posting my Twitter link now.
All right, so Mr. Marvel will be posting his Twitter link. So look at, and if you are watching this video for the second time and you want to get that, ensure you come to the in chat messages so you can get the Twitter link. You can follow me on Twitter at Kevin_Chiboyim. Kevin_Chiboyim. You can see Kevin spelled on the screen and Chiboyim spelled right there on the screen as well. Just put an underscore in the middle of that. You can as well find me on Facebook by simply searching Okoye Kevin Chiboyim and follow GIDA on our social media handle on Twitter. We are there at GIDA. You are there at official_GIDA. While we are here on YouTube at official GIDA, you can find the relevant links in the description of this video. You're going to find the link to our Twitter handle right there at official_GIDA, and ensure you follow me at Kevin_Chibohim. Enathon. Okay, somebody says, could you spell Enathon so they could actually also check it out? And so, we thank Mr. Marvel once again. Thank everyone that has stayed up to this time, and ensure you come back and rewatch this clip. Very, very important, so that the knowledge sticks. So it doesn't just you know fly off. And ensure you read the article. I'm going to drop it in the Telegram channel, as I mentioned. If you're not in the Telegram channel, click the link in the description of this channel and join the. And from there, you're now going to actually grow with the community, as we have lots of weekly educational series as this aim to bring you crypto knowledge and crypto education from persons all around the world. So we'll be coming to the end of this call, and we thank you all for attending once again, and ensure you like this video if you haven't, and subscribe to the channel. Thank you, Mr. Marvel, and do have a great evening, everyone.
All right, thank you. Bye.